Welcome to Recruit Initial Training. We will start all recruits in cadre to report to the classroom, which is this location. In the classroom, the instructor will go over the introduction in reference to what it means to be part of the 74th and what our responsibilities of a trooper in the 74th should look like. Also going over any keybinds that are needed. At that point, we will then move over to ACE menus. We will first cover the basic ACE menus of equipment, team management, and interacting with other items. As we are still here, we will continue our ACE medical, going over how to treat and bandage your own wounds, basic understanding of what kind of wounds, as well as how to communicate effectively with medics. We will then move on to our radios and talk about how to use TFR. Go in detail about how to read out and calling off targets, and you can use a set of droids out there to make an example. Feel free to explain to the radio as they all pull it up in detail of what all the buttons do. At that point, we will then move on to enemies still in this location. Cover all of the droids, cover all of the vehicles, and the aviation. Once we are done explaining of what they look like, how to kill them, we will then move outdoors. And I'll try to run as fast as I can, and or I will teleport at times to get somewhere faster. We will begin here. From here, we will have them get their loadouts of a basic recruit. Once they have their loadout, we will then go over the DC-15A and the 15S in detail so they understand how to use that weapon. We will then move to section of movement. We'll head this direction. And once I get over there, I will then go into Zeus so we can discuss it. So we will go in this section. We will start here. We will make our way up through the regular movement and the advanced movement up to the rappelling tower, have them rappel down. Once we get out at the bottom of the rappel tower with all recruits, we will then start bounding. At this point, we will give our instructions of how to do bounding, and we will send either cadre or a couple of instructors up to the tower in order to provide fire as the recruits go through it. If there are enough recruits, have them team up in pairs, have them go as a group. If there is not, make sure that we have cadre or an instructor to go with them to communicate effectively how to bound. After that, we will head over to CQB, or CQC, excuse me. CQC is right here. Again, the instructions, we can begin right here, go over what CQC should look like, demonstrate some standard movements, and then how to clear a compound. From there, the recruits will be tasked to go into this area, clearing as many of it as rooms as it can to get out to the other side. Obviously, our goal is for them to clear every room, so it would be very important for them to dot the map as they clear it, or if you have someone that can oversee it from the tower, for them to actually dot it so we can check to see what the recruits have officially succeeded at. Once they're completed with CQC, come out the other side, and in this area we can then do basic formations, going over in detail with the recruits of how to do the lines, columns, wedges, staggered columns, left rear echelons, diamonds, etc. Explaining them in detail to the recruits. If there are not very many recruits and or cadre, this is an opportunity for the person in the Zeus spot to actually bring down some more troopers and actually put them in those formations so that way it's easy for the cadet recruit to see. From here, we will then go back to the original classroom, taking all the recruits and cadre along with you. Everybody should be fully loaded and geared out. However, at any point during any of the trainings, they can actually go to the armory to reload. We will then teleport to the basic training final exam. Once we get to this area, first thing we do is make sure all recruits understand that there is a back to tank as well as an arsenal, so that way they can heal themselves and or get reloaded and outfitted if need be. This is the Welcome Center. This is where we will begin the testing of the last two sections as well as the final test. We will then bring the recruits and cadre down this road. Each section is a different area. This section is where we'll actually start to put droids down. It's a little bit of CQC, however, they will actually be enemies in the area. This is going to be moving in combat. This will do really well in providing a better understanding of CQC with droids. The next area will be our grenade area, where we will teach them grenades, how to throw, how to cycle them, making sure that they do not involuntarily throw a thermal detonator at our feet. And then part 2 of moving in combat will be here, where we'll put a lat down on the helipad, making sure that everybody knows how to do a 360 on a landing, going into the medical facility to grab the HVTs, and then getting them back into the lat to make sure that we understand those pieces. At this point, we will move all the way down to the end of the road, as we do not need to use the small arms fire range. And we will take the recruits to this area. From here, let me get this set up for you.